Neville Bardos, the horse who ran through fire. Imagine this. You're trapped. The world is burning around you. Smoke fills your lungs, your vision blurs, your heart pounds so loud you can barely hear the chaos. You have two choices: give up or fight like hell for one more breath. Most would surrender. But not this horse. Not Neville Bardos. This is the story of a horse who ran through fire, literally, and came out the other side a legend. This is about grit, about heart, about rewriting the rules when the world says you're finished. Neville Bardos. If you know eventing, you know the name. But if you don't, buckle up. Because this isn't just a story about horses. It's about second chances, impossible odds, and the kind of partnership that changes both lives forever. The failed racehorse. Let's rewind. Australia, 1999. A chestnut colt is born at Woodland Stud in Scone, New South Wales. He's got the pedigree, a New Zealand sire, an Australian dam, but not the speed. They call him Hurtle. He's put on the racetrack, where dreams are made or broken in seconds. But Hurtle doesn't live up to his name. He runs 9 races, never finishes better than 4th. He's distracted, wild, a little too much fire in his belly. The racing world shrugs and moves on. Another failed project. But fate, as always, has other plans. The $850 gamble, enter Boyd Martin. Young, ambitious, and hungry for something more. Boyd's got a sharp eye for talent and a bigger heart for the underdog. He sees Hurtle, now a skinny, difficult gelding with a reputation for being a handful, at a sale. Most people wouldn't give him a second glance. But Boyd, he sees a spark, something raw, untamed, and full of possibility. For $850, he takes a chance. He gives the horse a new name, Neville Bardos. A new name, a new life. The early days are chaos. Neville bucks, bolts, tests every boundary. He's unpredictable, stubborn, sometimes downright dangerous. But Boyd is relentless. He's patient, tough, and maybe just a little stubborn himself. He believes in Neville, even when nobody else does. They start small, working through the basics, building trust one ride at a time. It's not glamorous. It's muddy. It's exhausting. And sometimes it feels like they're getting nowhere. But then something shifts. As the jumps get higher, Neville's wildness turns into power. His energy becomes focus. He starts to soar over fences, eating up the ground with a stride that's all heart and muscle. They enter their first big event in Melbourne and win. Suddenly, the reject is turning heads. The partnership is electric. 2 misfits, proving everyone wrong. The American dream. Boyd knows they're destined for more. In 2007, he makes a bold move. He packs up his life and Neville and heads to America. It's not easy. New country, new competitors, new expectations. The American eventing scene is cutthroat, with established riders and million-dollar horses. Boyd and Neville are outsiders, the Aussie and his temperamental chestnut, trying to make it in a world that doesn't know their names. But they're not just trying, they're thriving. They finish 4th at Fair Hill, their American debut sending shockwaves through the sport. Then comes Kentucky, the legendary 3-day event that breaks horses and riders alike. It's their first 4-star, the highest level of competition. Neville attacks the cross-country course like he's been waiting his whole life for this moment. 9th place, top 10 in their first Kentucky. The underdogs aren't just surviving, they're soaring. By 2010, they're representing the United States at the World Equestrian Games, top 10 in the world. The horse who couldn't win a single race is now competing against the planet's best. But just as their star reaches its peak, Disaster strikes. Through the fire. May 12, 2011. Midnight. True Prospect Farm, Pennsylvania. Flames explode in the darkness like a nightmare come to life. The barn is engulfed in seconds. Horses scream. The air is thick with smoke and terror. Boyd and his team rush in, risking everything to save their animals. The heat is unbearable, the smoke choking. One by one, they pull horses to safety. Neville is the last one. When they drag him from the burning barn, he's barely conscious. His lungs are scorched, his throat raw, his body singed. The barn collapses behind them in a shower of sparks and ash. 9 horses saved. But at what cost? The vets are grim. Neville's lungs are severely damaged from smoke inhalation. They say he'll never compete again, if he survives at all. Some think he won't make it through the week. He's weak, coughing blood, barely able to stand. Boyd is devastated, but refuses to accept defeat. He sits by Neville's stall, hour after hour, coaxing him to eat, to breathe, to fight. The road back seems impossible. Every step is agony. But Neville's spirit, unbreakable, the miracle return. 3 months later, just 3 months after nearly dying in the fire, Neville steps back onto the world stage. Not at some small local event, but at Burghley, one of the most demanding competitions on Earth. The odds are insane. Veterinarians are monitoring every breath. The world is watching, waiting for the fairy tale to crumble. Instead, they witness magic. Neville doesn't just complete Burghley. He finishes 7th in the world. 7th, against horses worth millions, ridden by Olympic champions. He's one of only 10 horses to make the cross-country time limit, galloping like his lungs were never touched by fire. The crowd erupts. Commentators struggle for words. The horse who ran through fire has done the impossible. The legend lives on. The accolades pour in. USEF International Horse of the Year. Feature stories in every equestrian magazine. His story spreads beyond the horse world. People who've never cared about eventing are suddenly inspired by the chestnut gelding who refused to die. He becomes a symbol of resilience, proof that miracles are real if you fight for them. Neville continues competing for years, each appearance a testament to his incredible spirit. In retirement at Windura Farm, he remains the king of the pasture, still full of mischief, still the horse who wouldn't quit. Boyd credits Neville for changing his life, for teaching him that partnership isn't just about winning. It's about never giving up on each other, the heart of a champion. So what can we learn from Neville Bardos? That greatness isn't measured in trophies or ribbons. It's measured in the moments when everything says quit and you choose to keep going anyway. It's about heart-trumping talent, partnership defeating the odds, and believing that sometimes the impossible is just waiting for someone brave enough to try. Neville Bardos wasn't supposed to be a champion. He was a failed racehorse, bought for less than $1,000 by a young rider with more dreams than money. But he became something more than a champion. He became a legend. And his story reminds us that it's not where you start that defines you. It's how far you're willing to run, even when the world is on fire around you. This isn't just a story about survival. It's about refusing to let your past define your future. It's about the power of partnership. It's about rewriting the rules when everyone else has already written you off. And most of all, it's about proving that sometimes the greatest champions come from the most unexpected places. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and share your thoughts below.